Paisley Dimmer. Batting third, the shortstop, number 14, Maya Aiken. Batting cleanup, the catcher, number 22, Kendra Beck. In left field and batting fifth, number 20, Teresa Stockman. Batting sixth and pitching, number 2, Ayla Dimmer. Playing third base and batting seventh, number 1, Tanaya Pacheco.
And welcome everybody here to another Gayville-Volin Raiders live stream. Back for another softball game, this time in a different location than normal. Hurley, South Dakota, as the Raiders look to take on Viborg-Hurley Cougars once again. They did play earlier in the year where the Raiders came out on top. I believe it was 15-1. I'll have to double check that. I could be wrong, but I do know the Raiders came up on top. Yes, the Raiders won 16-1 here. We're now in Hurley for game 2 between these two teams as we announce starting lineups. Starting with the Gayville-Volin Raiders, top of the batting lineup will be number Jolie Westrom, Paisley Dimmer, Maya Aiken, Kendra Beck, Teresa Stockman, Ayla Dimmer, Nevaeh Hauger, Haley Adams, and lastly, Eliza Westrom. For Viborg-Hurley, top of their lineup will be number 1, Charlie Nelson, number 2, Alexa Lindman, number 7, Kendra Gilbert, number 9, Serena Condell, number 10, Natalie Blair, number 11, Addison Saylor, number 4, Madeline Fioc, number 12, Raina Miller, number 3, Brooklyn Lindman, and in their flex position, number 13, Brooklyn Londons. Those are the starting lineups for each team. We will take the national anthem back in a moment.
Veterans and non-active military may salute the flag.
Taking a look at both of these teams coming into the game, the Raiders have been on a roll all season long with a solid record of 11-3, whereas Viborg-Hurley probably not the season they were envisioning with a record of 2-7. The Raiders did fall the other day against Tri-Valley in a tough loss. They brought it back from being down They brought it back in the 6th after being down all game, but just could not pull it off later in the 7th after Tri-Valley took the lead back. They did take a win over Chamberlain since then, 18-3, and a win over Avon 9-0. So they have been rolling since. They look to continue that run as they will start this game with the bats. They have been pretty hot all season. It's just a matter of time which inning they will get the bats rolling, not if they will get the bats rolling. Jolie Westrom will be the first batter for the Raiders as we await the Cougars warming up. On the mound for the Cougars will be number 2, Alexa Lindman. at first will be number 7, Kendra Gilbert. Second base will be number 10, Natalie Blair. Shortstop, number 1, Charlie Nelson. Third base will be number 3, Brooklyn Lindman. And the outfield will be Addison Schuyler, Madeline Fioc, and Brooklyn Londons, I believe. Tough to read numbers all the way from out there, but balls are in. One more throw and we should get underway.
Leading off, second baseman, number 32, Joe Westrom.
Julie Westrom. 0-0 count, start the game. First pitch. Low for ball 1, hits the plate. And over the catcher, kind of a weird bounce. But 1-0 count regardless. Contact made, drove into right field, gets past the right fielder. Westrom will go second. Can she make third? She will. Plenty of time to beat the throw, so a lead off triple for Jolie Westrom
Number 11, center fielder.
to start the Raiders off in excellent fashion. Paisley Dimmer now at the plate. Her first plate appearance has a chance to bring home the first Raider run of the game. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. After Dimmer will be Maya Aiken, of course, in the 3-hole. That one swung on right to shortstop. Will she beat the throw? No, she won't. So the first out will be Paisley Dimmer.
Batting third, shortstop, Maya Aiken.
Jolie Westrom does make it home. So a 1-0 lead for the Raiders. 2 batters in. Maya Aiken at the plate. Now that pitch low, ball 1. Kendra back in the hole. That one in the zone for strike 1. As the Cougars need a few more outs. Swung on, chop foul at the plate will bring strike 2. One-two count, no batters on. And high for ball 2. Ball 3 in the dirt, count is now full. One final pitch to decide. And fouled off, so we'll wait for another pitch. And high for ball 4, so now the Raiders got a runner on first. As Kendra Beck will take her for her first cuts at the plate. First pitch in the dirt. Maya Aikens will steal second. No pressure. as that pitch is bobbled at the plate. 1-0 the count. High for ball 2. Now swung on down the third base line. It will be called foul. So a strike 1 for Kendra Beck moves the count to 2-1. Runner on second. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count now stands even, 2 apiece. In the dirt, ball 3. Long on just over second base. So Beck will pick up a single with a full count. And Aiken will advance to third. All it takes is one pitch. And Beck finds it in a full count. Teresa Stockman, her first plate appearance, 1 out for the Raiders. Wild pitch, Aiken will go home safely. Beck going to third, will she be there in time? No, she won't, so Aiken steals home, picks up 1 run, but Beck will be caught stealing for the second out. "1-0 is the count, 2 outs on the board, top of the first. That pitch in the dirt for ball 2. The ball inside, ball 3. High for ball 4. Teresa Stockman will reach first base off a ball. Or a walk, excuse me. Our first pitcher-on-pitcher battle is Ayla Dimmer. Now at the plate with a runner on first. First pitch swung on right back to the pitcher, so an easy out 3 for the Cougars to end the inning. 4 hits, 2 runs for the Raiders to take a 2-0 lead. We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the first here in a moment.
Before or after the game, stop at the Haitian for the best burger, sandwiches, wraps, and appetizers in the area. Don't forget about the daily lunch specials. Like them on Facebook for more details and for more information on upcoming events. The Haitian is a proud sponsor of the Gayville-Volin academic and sports programs. Wishing the Raiders good luck on tonight's game. The Haitian and Gayville, good friends, good food, and good times. Go Raiders!
For your next golf outing or large gathering, make sure to think of the Clubhouse Grill and the Alcester Golf Course. The Clubhouse Grill seats 75 and their event space has room for up to 250. Perfect for parties, receptions, and reunions. The Clubhouse Grill is ready for your next event. The Alcester Golf Course is a 9-hole course that requires no tee times and features all-day golf on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for just $30. The Alcester Golf Course and Clubhouse Grill are proud supporters of the Alcester Hudson Cubs.
And back for the bottom of the first as the Raiders finish up a few throws to warm up. Ayla Dimmer is on the mound, as she has been all season. Looks to be Haley Adams at first, Jolie Westrom at second, Maya Aiken at shortstop, Tanea Pacheco at third, Stockman in left, Paisley Dimmer in right, and Eliza Westrom, or Paisley Dimmer in center and Eliza Westrom in right. Behind the plate looks to be Kendra Beck, filling in for a injured Caden Bai. Viborg with their first chance to score runs, down 2 in the bottom of the first. Charlie Nelson, number 1, will take her first cuts. First pitch fouled off along the third base line, strike 1. Second pitch in the zone as well and fouled off for strike 2. 0-2 count for number 1 Charlie Nelson. As she's tracked the ball on both pitches, just needs to put one in play. That one will be in play, I believe, as Haley Adams does make the play.
Pitcher number 2, Lexi Lindemann.
For the first out of the inning. Ball was right down that first base line. It had a chance to go foul if Adams was a split second later. Now at the plate, number 2, Alexa Lindman. Oh no, they did call it foul. But the Raiders make the play anyway. So now 1 out on the board, and now Alexa Lindman will be at the plate. First pitch of the at-bat is outside, ball 1. Outside once again for ball 2. That one finds its own, strike 1, 2-1 count, no runners on. And 1 out on the board. Outside ball 3, 3-1 count. Lindman won't have to swing on this pitch unless she likes it. Could be set up for a walk.
Fine, you don't have to move. You can stay there.
And ball 4 is high. So the first walk from Ayla Dimmer will be Alexa Windman.
Andrew Gilbert.
Selshert calls a quick time, talk things over with her team. Lindman on first, now at the plate is number 7, Kendra Gilbert, third baseman for the Cougars.
Hey, let's keep working, Black. All right, Kendra, here we go. Go, Kendra.
First pitch looked to be low for ball 1. After Gilbert at the plate will be number 9, Sierra Condell. Pitch 2 in the dirt. It looks like Lindman might steal. Yes, she will. She goes second, overthrow to third. Will she go home? Yes, she does. And won't even have a chance to be thrown out. So Lindman, off a few errors from the Raiders, will reach home to cut into this early deficit. Another ball from Ayla Dimmer. Puts the count at, I believe, 3-0. And fouled off for strike 1. So 2-1 the count. 2-2, I believe. Another ball fouled off, hits the top of the dugout of the Cougars. Thankfully, there is a roof. Count will stay 2-2. As that pitch is put in play right to Pacheco, makes a throw to Adams and a routine 5-3 for the second out of the game.
Catcher, Sierra Cordell.
Now Sierra Condell. Swing and a miss. No. Ump will say contact. So be an 0-2 count. As that pitch is fouled off. Two outs on the board, 0-2 count. As that pitch is low in the dirt for ball 1. Dimmer looking to close out for her first strikeout of the game, as that pitch is high for ball 2. Outside for ball 3. We're now to a full count. That one's put into play, finds the gap right over the second bag. So a nice little single from Sierra Cordell for her first hit. Now the plate, number 10, Natalie Blair, as Gilbert will steal to second. Count is 1-0 for Blair. A swing and miss for strike 1. Pitch high for ball 2. 2-1 is the count. Runner on second is Cordell. Cordell is the tying run. That ball is fouled off for strike 2. One, two to count, 2 outs on the board, and a swing and a miss for strike 3 to close things out. of the inning. Well, the score is 2-1. Raiders on top. We'll take a quick break and be back for the start of the second on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
And back for the top of the second, the Raiders lead by 1. As Tanea Pacheco leads off for the Raiders, and right behind her is number 8, Haley Adams. After Adams will be Eliza Westrom. As we await the Cougar catcher. Should be ready to go. Number 1, Tanea Pacheco at the plate to lead things off for the Raiders. No outs on the board, of course. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. In the zone, but fouled off. Strike 1. Just a little under it. High for ball 2. That one popped up over to second base. Play is made by the Cougars for the first out of the inning.
First baseman, Haley Adams.
So 1 out for the Raiders as Haley Adams, number 8, will take her first cuts at the plate here in the top of the second. First pitch high, ball 1. Pitch 2 is high for ball 2. Inside ball 3, 3-0 count for Adams. Now walk potential for Adams. As that one is just outside for ball 4.
Number 3, Eliza Westrom.
Last hitter in the lineup will be number 3, Eliza Westrom. 1 out for the Raiders. They now are in prime position to score plenty. First pitch swung on and fouled off, as a right fielder won't be able to make a play on it. Strike 1. Looks to be a strike in the zone. I thought it was outside, but I'm kind of at an angle. So strike 2 0-2 the count. And low for ball 1. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So a strikeout from Lindman on the mound will bring up the second out for the Cougars.
Second base, Joe left.
Now at the top of the lineup will be Jolie Westrom. First pitch swung on, popped up. Back to second base, and the play is made for out 3 for the Raiders.
No runs and no hits.
No hits for the Raiders as we close out the top of the second. We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the second here in a moment.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
Back for the bottom of the second, Raiders still lead 2-1 as the Cougars will have a second chance to cut this lead to 0. Leading off for the Cougars will be number 11, Addison Saylor, center fielder. Her first at bat. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1. Now a chop ground ball over to Aiken. Play not in time, so Saylor will get a single. In her first at bat.
Right fielder, Maddie Fiat.
Maddie Fiat, right fielder for the Cougars, now at the plate for her first at bat as well. First pitch, fouled for strike 1. Oh, 1 count. Swing was checked, and good thing as that pitch was outside for ball 1. Inside, ball 2. Saylor looked like she was gonna steal, calls it off as Aiken almost chases her down. 2-1 the count. No outs on the board, runner on first. Another check swing as that is ball 3. 3-1 the count. Pitch fouled off, strike 2. Another pitch fouled off for Fiat. As the count will stay full, 3-2. In there, but fouled off for a third time in a row. as Fiat continues to protect the plate. That pitch put into play, popped up to center field, and Paisley Dimmer makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
The designated player, Raina Miller.
So Raina Miller now at the plate, the DP. Same as a DH in baseball, so only a hitter for the Cougars. Saylor threatening to steal once again. One 0 count. Now 2-0. One out for the Cougars. A swing and a miss, strike one. That pitch put into play. Pacheco does make the catch. And they will get Saylor out as she can't get back in time. So a double play for the Raiders gets them out of the inning. And we'll be back for the top of the third in a moment on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
I can never see anything in this kitchen. Why is that? Time to call Westie's Electric, our dependable and reliable electrician. Westie's Electric has proudly been serving the Yankton and Gayville-Volin communities in residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. From the simplest fixes to the complex fixes or installations, they offer affordable service without the hassle, offering 24/7 emergency support so you're never left in the dark. Westie's Electric, a proud sponsor of all Gayville-Volin sports.
And back for the top of the third. And what a fielding play from Tanea Pacheco back in the bottom of the second. Bobbles the catch but does secure it and catches Saylor off the bag as she throws it back to Adams at first. To start the inning for the Raiders will be number 11, Paisley Dimmer. Grounded out back at the first. As the first pitch is in the dirt for ball one. Each team has a pair of hits. The Raiders are up by one to start the third. That pitch finds the zone for strike one. 2-1 count. That pitch high for ball three. Down the third base line, third base woman couldn't make the play. Dimmer will go second as she holds up. So a nice little double for Paisley Dimmer here to start off the third. Maya Aiken at the plate for her second time. Walked in the first and made it around for the second run of the game. First pitch, ball one. Paisley Dimmer is in scoring position for the Raiders. If Aiken can bring her home. count is 1-1. As Aiken is still looking for her first hit of the game. Inside ball 2. Pop fly over shortstop. Will she make the play? Yes, she does. Almost drops it, then almost trips. Manages to hang on. Is number 6, Charlie Nelson, for the first out of the inning. Kendra Beck at the plate. First pitch is low for ball 1. Gets past the catcher. So Dimmer will steal to third. One base closer to being the third run. Swung on and fouled off way above the Gayville-Volin dugout. A tree puts it back into play. Still a foul for strike 1. A single will score Dimmer on third. That pitch fouled off for strike 2. Beck, big hit out into left field, and it looks to be a home run for Kendra Beck as the Raiders take a 4-1 lead here in the top of the third. You could see the power off that ball. It's only a matter of time if it's going to get over the fence, and it does. So a 2-run home run from Kendra Beck puts the Raiders up 4-2, or 4-1, excuse me.
Left fielder, Teresa Stockman.
Base is empty after the home run. Teresa Stockman at the plate. Walked back in the first. His first pitch is low for ball 1. High ball 2. (3-0) the count for Teresa Stockman. And pitch 4 is in the dirt for ball 4, as Stockman will walk in back-to-back at-bats.
Number 2, Ayla Dimmer.
The Cougars will make a pitching change, it looks like. Charlie Nelson will take the mound. And Alexa Lindman will replace Nelson at shortstop. So a quick little shortstop to pitcher change.
Charlie Nelson from shortstop. Pitcher,
as Ayla Dimmer will be at the plate, followed by Tanea Pacheco and Haley Adams. Stockman is at first, and the Raiders are up 4-1, top of the third. With one out. A lot closer to the game than what the last one finished, but that's how it goes. You play a team over and over.
Let's go. Come on, no one better. Let's get this done, Black. Let's get this done. Go, Char.
And now we're ready to roll. Now we're ready to resume action. Ayla Dimmer, 0-0 count, 1 out, 1 runner on. First pitch high for ball 1. That pitch fouled off for strike 1. High ball 2. That pitch finds the zone, evens the count out, 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. Stockman will steal second as she puts herself in scoring position. Piped out into left field as it goes over the fence. So 2 home runs here in the third as Ayla Dimmer crushes another 2-run home run for the Raiders. What a inning for the Raiders, as now their lead is up to 5, 6-1 here in the third. Count resets. Tanea Pacheco at the plate for her second time.
Right there, Char. Bring her down, Char. You can do it.
2-0 count. Now 3. 3-1. Swing and miss, strike 2. Only 1 out for the Raiders. Inside, ball 4. So Pacheco reaches first on a walk.
First baseman, Haley Adams.
Haley Adams now at the plate, walked back in the second. In the zone, strike 1. Now low, ball 1. Pacheco will steal second as the pitch gets past the catcher. Ball put into play, right back to the pitcher, Pacheco. Pickle No, she won't. She gets tagged out by the third baseman. But Haley Adams reaches first base.
Number 3, right fielder, Eliza Western.
Eliza Westrom, her second plate appearance, first pitch low for ball 1 in the dirt. Past the pitcher, Haley Adams will steal second. Contact made over into center field. Center fielder does make the play for a pop fly for Eliza Westrom. Won't find down. So 2 home runs and 3 hits for the Raiders to improve their lead to 6-1. We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the third on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Valley Ag Supply, a family-owned business and your trusted partner for all your farming needs. Whether it's agronomy needs, precision farming, or custom application, they have the expertise and experience to help you succeed. Valley Ag Supply of Gayville and Spink are proud of the Gayville-Volin Raiders in all the academic and sports endeavors they pursue, wishing the Gayville-Volin Raiders the best of luck in today's game. Go Raiders!
Back for the bottom of the third, the Raiders lead 6-1 after a 2 home run third inning. Cougars now have a chance to hopefully cut into that deficit as they are now down by 5. At the plate to start the inning will be number 3, Brooklyn Lindemann. Her first plate appearance of the game. First pitch, strike 1. Second pitch swung on back to Ayla Dimmer, who makes a soft throw to Haley Adams for the first out of the inning.
The pitcher, Charlie Nelson.
Now back to the top of the lineup, number 1, Charlie Nelson. Grounded out back in the first. First pitch in the zone, strike 1. Swung on, fouled off. Over by the third baseline. Will lead to strike 2. In the zone again, but will it be fouled off? Yes, it will, as no Raider can get there in time to make a play.
Out of the fence and hit the tree. Why don't you?
Selshert now trying to understand something from the ump. So ball will be ruled dead. So it will be an 0-2 count. That one in the zone for strike 3, and now there's strikeout for Ayla Dimmer. Alexa Lindman, her second at-bat of the game, walked back in the first, did eventually make it home for the Cougars' only run of the game. We'll take a strike for the first pitch, 0-1 count. Second one is low, puts us even 1-1. So my understanding from the last play, it looked like the foul ball might have clipped the tree. And then was caught by the Raider. I can't really see from where I'm positioned in the dugout. Selcher was trying to understand if that would have been an out or a foul ball. But the ump rules a foul ball, and that it was dead. That ball in the dirt for another ball. For a 2-2 count. 2 outs in the inning. That pitch high for ball 3. We're now at a full count. 1 strike can get the Raiders out of the third. They keep the 5-run lead. High for ball 4. And Lindman will walk in back-to-back at-bats. Kendra Gilbert now at the plate, grounded out back at the first. First pitch high for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Fouled off. That will be strike 2 to move the count 1-2. Inside the zone for strike 3. Lindman will steal second, but it doesn't matter as there's 3 outs anyway. So that will be 3 innings in the books. Raiders lead 6-1 after 2 strikeouts from Ayla Dimmer in the third to close the third inning out. We'll take a quick break and be back for more baseball or softball here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Deserve the best. Whether it's the crispiest, juiciest roasted chicken, wings dripping with mouth-watering sauce, or award-winning burgers, Toby's Lounge in Mechlin will make sure you get the best. And Toby's Lounge not only has the best tasting food, they also have the best deals, including 71-cent wings on Mondays and Thursdays and family chicken combos. Visit their website, tobyslounge.com, or find Toby's Lounge on Facebook to keep up with different specials every day. It's time to treat yourself with the best, only at Toby's Lounge. Open 11 to 9 every day.
So kind of a weird end to the third inning. We're back for the top of the fourth, as we will start with Jolie Westrom to lead things off. After Westrom will be number 11 Paisley Dimmer and number 14 Maya Aiken. As Westrom had a triple back in the first, but pop flied out in the second. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Count stays even, 1-1. Swung on, drove into right field. Will the fielder make the play? No, she won't. Westrom will turn 2. She'll make the 3. And Selcher will hold her up. So another triple for Jolie Westrom to lead things off in the inning. Paisley Dimmer now at the plate. A double. Last inning. Another base hit from Dimmer will bring Westrom home. No, Westrom will steal home to extend the lead by one more. So a triple and a stolen base will get Jolie Westrom home. And the Raiders are now up 7-1. Strike one in the zone. Count is now even 1-1 for Paisley Dimmer at the plate. Swung on, driven, looks to be center field. No, over by second base. As a second basewoman, Brooklyn Lindman makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Shortstop, Maya Aiken.
Maya Aiken now at the plate for her third at-bat. Walked back into first and popped out in the third. First pitch in the dirt, ball one. Pop fly looks to be by the second baseman once again. And yes, it is, as Lindman makes another catch for out two.
22, catcher, Kendra Beck.
Kendra Beck back at the plate. Was one of the 2 home runs back last inning. As she looks to hopefully repeat, that pitch fouled off for strike one. Down 0-2 in the count. That pitch high above the catcher's glove. Luckily, no one was on base. Count stands 1-2. That pitch is high for ball two. Couldn't be a more perfect day for softball. Sun is out, weather is warm. Ground ball right past the third and shortstop. Hits the outfield, Beck goes two. And now an overthrow. So Beck will head to third. So a triple for Kendra Beck to follow her home run.
Left fielder, number 20,
Teresa Stockman will look to follow that up. Has walked in both innings so far. Or both her at-bats, excuse me. Makes contact with that one over to the first base and won't beat the force out.
1 run on 2 hits.
So 1 run on 2 hits for the Raiders. The lead is 7-1. All Raiders so far in this one. We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the 4th here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Whether it's a free throw, a 2-pointer, a 3-pointer, or maybe that half-court shot, we're proud of our Raiders, swishing their way to a victory. Good luck from Raider Firearms, loading up to score and secure the slam dunk. Patriot Farms, Animal Instincts, getting the Raiders a win. Viborg-Hurley, loading up for a victory and taking it all the way home. Thanks to our sponsors, Raider Firearms, Patriot Farms, and Viborg-Hurley, for all their loyal support in our sports and academic endeavors. Go Raiders!
Back for the bottom of the 4th. The Cougars are down 6. But the game is not over yet. Up for the Cougars will be their 4, 5, and 6 hitter. Number 9, Sierra Cordell. Number 10, Natalie Blair. And number 11, Addison Saylor. Cordell, a single back in the first. Looking to follow that up. First pitch sounded like it was fouled off for strike one. Second pitch in the dirt for ball one. Looked to slip out of Dimmer's hand. That pitch fouled off once again, strike two. High for ball two. Count stands even, 2 apiece for Cordell. Swing and a miss for strike three, so Dimmer does end up with the strikeout for the first out of the inning. Natalie Blair struck out back in the first. Cougars need a hit or something, as that first pitch is a strike. That pitch, contact made but fouled off over the left side fence. A swing and a miss for strike three. Back-to-back strikeouts from Ayla Dimmer.
Center fielder, Addison Seiler.
As Addison Seiler steps up to the plate, hoping to stop the strikeout spree. Dimmer has had strikeouts in 4 of her last 5 batters. First pitch, fouled up. And nobody can get there for the catch, so it will be strike one. Pitch inside, 1-1 count. 2 outs on the board. The Raiders lead 7-1. Another ball fouled off for strike two. Ball put into play, right back to Dimmer, throw in time. So 1-3 for the third out of the inning. The Raiders keep the Cougars scoreless in the last 3 innings. So 7-1 after 4. We'll take a quick break and be back for the 5th here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
You want to attain your goals, then you want to see me. This is Coach Rosie with Coach Rosie Performance powered by Avera. You can do this, and I'm going to help you get there. How? I'm going to work you. Might not always be pleasant, but it's going to get you to where you need to go and where you want to get to the new peak of performance. Easiest way to get a hold of me is to go to my website, CoachRosie.com. That's Coach, ROZY.com.
And back for the top of the 5th. The Raiders only scoring 1 last inning. As they will lead off with Ayla Dimmer. Dimmer, Pacheco, and Adams will be the three to start the Raiders off here in the 5th.
Starting up for the Raiders, Ela Dimmer. Pitcher.
As we enter the 5th, there is a run rule limit of 10. So 4 runs from the Raiders will end it if they can keep the Cougars scoreless. First pitch in the dirt for ball 1. So 0-1 count. Now a swing and a miss for strike 1. Demmer was the second of 2 who hit a home run back in the 3rd. She looks to follow it up. That pitch fouled off behind the cage for strike 2. That pitch in the dirt evens the count 2 apiece. And now in the zone for a strikeout for Charlie Nelson. First pitch for Tanea Pacheco is fouled off behind the plate for strike 1. Another pitch in the zone. Charlie Nelson might be heating up on the mound. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts to start the 5th. Charlie Nelson on a roll. Haley Adams now at the plate. That pitch finds the zone. Count will be 1-1. Now ball 2. Pitch in the dirt. 3-1 the count. And now ball 4, so Haley Adams will reach first on a walk to keep the inning alive. Eliza Westrom. Her 3rd at bat. Still hitless through 5. Something we don't see often. That pitch high for ball 2. 2-0 the count. 2 outs on the board for the Raiders. Now strike 1 comes in the form of a foul ball. And the throwback to the pitcher is a little wild, so Haley Adams will steal second. No, she won't. They'll say she has to go back. I figured that was the rule, but then she took off sprinting. Thought I might be wrong. Next pitch is high for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Guess I was wrong. We're now at a full count. 3-2. That pitch is fouled off. Liza shortens up to protect the plate.
Joe Westrom.
Westrom reaches first off a walk, so Jolie Westrom back at the plate and start of the lineup for the Raiders. 2 outs on the board though, so they have to be careful. 2-0 the count. That one does find the zone, as Westrom does have 2 triples in the game. Pitch in the dirt. Both runners will look to steal, and they will do safely. So Haley Adams at third, Eliza Westrom at second. 2 runners in scoring position. That pitch high for ball 4, as the bases are now loaded. Now the umps will talk this over. I think one thought it was an out, one thought it was safe. The ump behind the plate thought it was an out. The ump next to the bag called her safe. They will agree with safe, so bases will stay loaded. 2 outs. Paisley Dimmer at the plate. 1 for 3 on the afternoon. First pitch in the zone for strike 1. She had a double back in the 3rd inning. That pitch popped up over to second base, and the catch is made. So 3 runners left on base as the Cougars get out unscathed.
2 up for the Cougars. 7, 8, 9.
We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the 5th here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Farmers know safety is more than a precaution, it's a way of life. Farm equipment today is bigger than ever, and the increased height could lead to more contacts with power lines. Your response could mean life or death. Do you know how to stay alive? Find out at poweringyoursafety.com. Know what to do, know where to call, know how to stay alive. Be aware of what is overhead and learn what to do if you hit a power line at poweringyoursafety.com. Brought to you by Clay Union Electric, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
And back for the bottom of the 5th, the Raiders lead 7-1. Cougars need to start cutting into this deficit. They want a chance. First at the plate for the Cougars will be Madeline Fiok. Her second at-bat of the game. Ayla Dimmer's been mostly shut out all game, along with some superb defense. That pitch, chop foul at the plate for strike 1. Count will be 1-1. Outside for ball 2. Now swung on, contact made, driven into the outfield. As the throw was a little wild, Westrom couldn't pick it up, but Fiok will just stay on first. Next up for the Cougars will be Raina Miller, the designated player. First pitch high for ball 1. Driven out into right field. Eliza Westrom can't get under that one. So Miller will reach second and Fiok will reach third. A double for Raina Miller to give her team a chance to close the gap. Brooklyn Lindman now at the plate. No outs for the Cougars. Tried to bunt, but missed the ball for strike one as she looks to just bring in runs. That pitch from Dimmer finds a zone for strike two, 0-2 the count. One more to record the first out of the inning. And a swing and a miss for strike three for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the lineup, number 1, Charlie Nelson. Now has a chance. Bring home runners. She will be intentionally walked to load the bases. So Alexa Lindman now at the plate with bases loaded, 1 out. First pitch, a ball. Raiders looking for some sort of double play. Any bag or base is a force out if they can force a ground ball. Now a strike as the count stands 2-1 with 1 out. That pitch high for ball 3. Lindman should be able to hold off on this pitch unless it's in the zone for a free run. That pitch high once again for a walk, and the Cougars score once more. So another walk from Ayla Dimmer will give the Cougars a run. First pitch from Kendra Gilbert popped up, and Westrom can't track it as it does stay in bounds. Westrom almost trips over the fence, and the Cougars will score 2 to cut the lead to 3. So a double from Kendra Gilberts brings in 2 runs with 1 out on the board. Number 9, Sierra Cordell, now at the plate to hopefully bring in some more. 1 out on the board for the Cougars. So they can bring it home. Now a wild pitch will bring home Alexa Lindman. Gilbert at third now. And the Raiders just need to get out of the inning. Ground ball hit to Aiken. They will give up the run, but get the force out to clear the bases. So Cordell, 6-3 for the second out of the inning as Natalie Blair steps up to the plate. First pitch swung on, hit right back to Dimmer. Dimmer can't make the play as it hits her glove but falls out, and Blair will be safe at first. The momentum has shifted in favor of the Cougars as Addison Seiler is at the plate with 2 outs. First pitch swung on, ground ball to Jolie Westrom. And there was runner interference, so an out will be called. And the Raiders will get out of the inning. I think Natalie Blair hit it with her foot right in front of Westrom. So unfortunate for the Raiders, or unfortunate for the Cougars, but they do cut the lead to 1, 7-6. We'll take a quick break and be back for the top of the 6th here on the Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
And back for the top of the 6th, the Raiders with a dominant lead, now cut to 1. They still lead 7-6, but it's a lot closer than it was. Potentially a controversial call to end the 5th, as it was runner interference that got the Cougars the 3rd out, or gave the Raiders the 3rd out. Natalie Blair running to second, clipped the ball with her feet, which disrupts Jolie Westrom's chance at the ball. Called out to end the inning. Now for the Raiders will be Maya Aiken, Kendra Beck, and Teresa Stockman in that order to start the inning. Aiken first pitch, ball 1. Second pitch high for ball 2, past the catcher. Momentum kind of favors the Cougars after a 5-run inning in the bottom of the 5th. 3 balls, 0 strikes for Maya Aiken to hopefully get the lead back. First pitch, a strike 1. And now a swing and a miss for strike 2. No, that was strike 3. So Maya Aiken, the first out of the inning with a strikeout. Kendra Beck now at the plate, eats the first pitch, strike 1. That pitch inside, ball 1. Swung on, hit made, center fielder can't make the play, so Beck will be safe at first, goes 2, and will get there safely, so a double for Kendra Beck to start the inning off for the Raiders. Teresa Stockman now at the plate. 2 walks and a ground out. So far this afternoon, looking to at least drive home Beck. Hit right back to the third baseman. Throw not in time, actually under the first baseman. So Stockman will reach second and Beck will come home.
Now batting number 2, Ayla Dimmer.
So an RBI from Stockman will put the Raiders back up 2. Ayla Dimmer now at the plate. First pitch swung on over the second base. Stockman will go home. Dimmer will stay on first, and the Raiders lead is back up to 3.
Third baseman, Tanea Pacheco.
A single from Ayla Dimmer keeps the Raiders alive. First pitch swung on by Tanea Pacheco will give the Raiders another hit. As the Raiders are rolling once again. Haley Adams looking to follow 2 doubles and 2 singles from her teammates. First pitch swung on, but fouled off for strike 1. That pitch high, ball 1. Dimmer is in scoring position. Pacheco at first, excuse me. Chop fouled at the plate for strike 2. Swung on, a little blooper, stays in the outfield. Pacheco will be out at second. But Adams safe at first, and Dimmer advances to third. Eliza Westrom now at the plate, hoping to drive home 1 runner to extend the lead again. First pitch is a foul ball for strike 1. That pitch in the dirt. Adams will steal second. 1-1 to count. In the zone, strike 2. 1-2 to count. And strike 3 to get out of the inning, as Charlie Nelson puts Eliza Westrom away. So that's 3 outs from the Raiders. We'll take a quick break and be back for the bottom of the 6th here in a moment.
Before or after the game, stop at the Haitian for the best burger, sandwiches, wraps, and appetizers in the area. Don't forget about the daily lunch specials. Like them on Facebook for more details and for more information on upcoming events. The Haitian is a proud sponsor of the Gayville-Volin academic and sports programs. Wishing the Raiders good luck on tonight's game. The Haitian and Gayville, good friends, good food, and good times. Go Raiders!
And back for the bottom of the 6th. Cougars brought the game back into 1, but they couldn't hold the Raiders off, so the lead is 3 for the Raiders, 9-6. Starting things off for the Cougars will be number 4, Madeline Fioc. She started the last inning as well with a single to start the big rally from the Cougars. Can she do it again? First pitch looked to be low for ball 1. That pitch in the zone, but fouled off for strike one. That pitch fouled off again. So strike two. Count will be 1-2. Put into play, but big catch from Jolie Westrom to record the line out for the first out of the inning. Good cuts from Fiok. Just an even better play from Jolie Westrom. As the Raiders have one out to hopefully put the Cougars scoreless here in the sixth. Now at the plate is Raina Miller. A big double last inning for her team. Now finds herself down in the count. 0-2. One out on the board. And in the zone for strike three. Dimmer froze her at the plate for the second out of the inning. So Brooklyn Lindman looks to keep her team alive here in the sixth. That pitch a ball. Checks her swing, and it's low for ball two. Pitch finds his own, strike one. 2-1 the count. 2 outs on the board, no runners on. Swing and a miss for strike two. No, it was strike three. I'm just a little behind. So that's 3 outs, 3 batters, 3 outs for Ayla Dimmer on the mound. 2 strikeouts in that inning, and now we're on to the 7th. We'll take a quick break and be back in just a moment.
For your next golf outing or large gathering, make sure to think of the Clubhouse Grill and the Alcester Golf Course. The Clubhouse Grill seats 75 and their event space has room for up to 250. Perfect for parties, receptions, and reunions. The Clubhouse Grill is ready for your next event. The Alcester Golf Course is a 9-hole course that requires no tee times and features all-day golf on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for just $30. The Alcester Golf Course and Clubhouse Grill are proud supporters of the Alcester Hudson Cubs.
Back for the top of the 7th. The Raiders lead by 3. And have one more chance to build a lead big enough the Cougars can't come back. It's been all Raiders other than the 5th inning, where the Cougars mounted a 5-run rally to bring them back into the game. Raiders are at the top of the lineup, so Jolie Westrom, her 5th plate appearance of the game, will hopefully finish with a big hit for her team. She has 2 triples in the game along with a walk. So not too bad of a day for Jolie Westrom. That pitch high, 2 balls, 0 strikes. High once more, 3-0 is the count. This is a pitch you don't swing at unless it's perfect. She doesn't even need to think about it. In the dirt for ball 4. Past the pitcher, or the catcher, so Westrom will just steal second right off the rip, and she's safe. So walk that turns into an extra base for Jolie Westrom.
Paisley Dimmer.
Paisley Dimmer now at the plate. First pitch swung on. Right to back to the mound, so Dimmer will go to second, Westrom home. So Dimmer brings Westrom home off of that hit. The lead is now 4. Maya Aiken now at the plate. First pitch swung on, ground ball that reaches the outfield. Dimmer will go home and in time as Aiken will go second and now looking to go third. She'll stay at third, so now the score is 11-6. So Kendra back at the plate, 0 outs. And that first pitch is swung on once more, popped out to center field. Play is made. Aiken will tag up and go home. So a sac fly from Kendra Beck will at least score a run for her team.
Left fielder, Teresa Stockman.
4 batters, 3 runs for the Raiders. As Teresa Stockman now at the plate. First pitch low, ball 1. Pop fly in foul territory. Hopefully it misses my car and the others for strike 1. Count is even, 1 apiece. Yeah, pitch in the dirt, ball 2. Only 1 out for the Raiders so far, and that was the sac fly from Kendra Beck. As Stockman at the plate, followed by Dimmer. Another ball. Count will be 3-1. That pitch swung on, ground ball makes the outfield once more. Stockman will look to go 2, and she'll make it safely. So a double for Teresa Stockman will set up Ayla Dimmer at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss for strike 1. That pitch high. Stockman will steal third. And 1 more base away from the 13th run for the Raiders. Pitch low, ball 2. Count will be 2-1 for Ayla Dimmer at the plate. And Stockman will steal home. Yes, she does. 3-1 will be the count for Ayla Dimmer as the Raiders tack 1 more onto their lead. (13-6) the score, 3-1 the count, only 1 out for the Raiders. That pitch is low for ball 4, and Ayla Dimmer will go to first for a walk. So now we'll have a substitution for Ayla Dimmer as she's replaced by number 31 for the Raiders. One of the few names I don't know off the top of my head.
Third baseman, number 1, Tanea Pacheco.
So replacing Ayla Dimmer at first will be number 31, Kaylee Webbin, a freshman, as Nevaeh Pacheco.
All right, take it off, Charles. Do your thing.
No, excuse me, that's way wrong. My paper is a little scribbled. Tanea Pacheco is at the plate. Count stands 1-1. One out here in the top of the 7th. That one is fouled off. Chopped at the plate. Count is 1-2. Contact made down the first base line. It is safe, so Webbin will reach second. Pacheco at first.
First baseman, Haley Adams.
A single for Tanea Pacheco. Haley Adams looking to drive home some runs. That pitch finds his own, 1-1 the count. One out so far in the top of the 7th. Swung on, fouled off, strike 2. Pitch in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Webbin on second, Pacheco at first. And a chop foul, stay alive. Count stands 2-2. Another foul ball. This time back near Cars. Now a swing and a miss, but dropped by the catcher. So Adams no, they call her out. So 2 outs for the Raiders, but the runners advance to second and third. As Eliza Westrom now at the plate, Webbin on third, Pacheco on second, 2 outs for the Raiders. First pitch of ball 1. Now a swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2, just under that pitch. Nelson needing to get out of the inning. Can't with that one. Count evens out 2-2. In the dirt, ball 3. Webbin won't steal home. Had a chance to, but calls it off. Selshert probably calls it off. Hits the side of Nelson's leg. Little mishap. So Webbin will come home. Pacheco at third. And Westrom will get to first on a walk. So wild pitch gives the Raiders one more run as the bases are now split. Westrom on first. Pacheco on third. Top of the lineup. Jolie Westrom walked earlier in the inning. Swinging a miss for strike one. Eliza Westrom will steal second. Now Pacheco will steal home. Gets there in time. Westrom trying to go third. As she makes it to third safely as a third basewoman drops the ball on the tag. So another run for the Raiders puts them at a 15-6 lead here in the top of the seventh. Jolie Westrom at the plate, 1-1 count. So, well, I was not the only one wrong. Count is 1-2, and now a swing and a miss for strike three. So Nelson, a strikeout to end the inning. So now, I'm just talking things over. I don't know about what, if it was when Westrom stole third and beat the tag, or what it was, but anyhow, it looks like things will stay 15-6. The Raiders have a big lead after that rally here in the top of the seventh. We'll take a quick break to be back for the bottom of the seventh on Gayville-Volin Raiders on YouTube.
Heading out on the road or needing a quick pick-me-up? Head on over to Flatlanders in Gayville, where convenience meets quality in every aisle. Whether you're craving a snack on the go or the delicious roasted chicken, Flatlanders has you covered. From freshly brewed coffee to the ice-cold beverages, the friendly staff are there to serve you with a friendly smile and a helping hand. Swing on over to Flatlanders and experience the convenience you deserve. Flatlanders Convenience Store, your one-stop shop for everything convenient.
Back for the bottom of the seventh. Cougars down by 9. They need a big inning to force extras and an even bigger inning to win the game. They start top of the lineup with Charlie Nelson. First pitch low for ball one. We've seen them have a 5-run rally back in the fifth. They're going to need something even bigger here in the seventh. Now swing and a miss for strike one. Swung on right down the first base line. Haley Adams makes the field for out one. Just couldn't find the gap. So Alexa Lindman will take her chance to hopefully keep the Cougars alive. In the zone, strike one. Lindman's been pretty good so far on the afternoon on getting on base. They need her to once more. That pitch in the zone again. Back-to-back strikes for Ayla Dimmer. 0-2 is the count. low pitch. Looks like it slipped from her hand again. Ball 1, 1-2 the count. And in the dirt for ball 2. Swung on to Pacheco, can't make the field as it was steaming on the ground, so Lindman will be safe at first. After Lindman is Kendra Gilbert, number 7 for the Cougars. First pitch swung on, driven into left field. Stockman picks it up. And now Pacheco can't get the catch, so both runners will advance an extra bag, as it looks like we have a little drama to end this one. Two runners in scoring position. Number 9, Sierra Cordell, now at the plate. Cougars aren't dead yet. First pitch, strike 1. That pitch high. 2-1 the count, 1 out. So far, here in the bottom of the 7th, swung on, popped up. Stockman there, can't make the catch. And Pacheco can't get the tag, so the Cougars score 1. And keep runners on 2nd and 3rd. Natalie Blair now at the plate. Two runners still in scoring position, down by 8. First pitch high, ball 1. And now a ground ball right down the 3rd baseline. Maybe a little pickle. Now a missed throw. The Cougars will score 1. And just error after error for the Raiders. Now Viborg-Hurley's coach wanted to talk it over. A lot has happened. So I believe there's 2 outs now. And the runner did not score. Gilbert did not score. It was looking like what happened. That pitch low for ball 2. Now swing and a miss for strike 1. So I believe what happened was Cordell hit that ground ball down the 3rd baseline. Pacheco did feel it, did make the tag and force out at 3rd, but they thought it was fair. So Gilbert made it home, but instead it was out. And that ball by Belair no by Saylor. Grounded down the first base line for out 3, and things are over here in Hurley. So a little drama at the end, but Gayville stays in control with a 15-7 win over the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. We'll take a quick 30-second break and be back to wrap things up.
Rev up your engines. We're going to a Raiders game. Jaeger Diesel in Vermillion is there to fuel your passion to get you on the road. Tired of breakdowns slowing you down? Say goodbye to all those worries. The expert team at Jaeger Diesel will ensure your diesel runs smoother and stronger than ever. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, they have you covered. With top-notch service and unbeatable prices, you'll be on the road in no time. Jaeger Diesel, where performance meets precision.
And back to wrap things up, a little dramatic, confusing end gives the Raiders a one more out, and to close things off with a 15-7 win over the Viborg-Hurley Cougars. It was all Gayville all game, other than a 5-run rally in the 5th from the Cougars, but it was not enough to cut the deficit that they had. Big props to pitcher Ayla Dimmer, having a near perfect game other than that one inning. In the 5th, she was lights out on the mound, but back-to-back home runs, or not back-to-back, but same inning home runs from Kendra Beck and Ayla Dimmer back in the 3rd, which really propelled a big lead for the Raiders. Kept it in the Raiders' favor all afternoon. I'd like to thank all of you guys for joining me. I'm Gage Revla on the call, and we'll be back next time for the next Gayville-Volin Raiders softball game in the future. Once again, have a good rest of the evening, and thank you all for joining.